Before this video begins, I want to give a quick thank you and shout out to Mark, DJ, Matt. Literally, if you helped me get this car ready during this video, thank you. Because at the end of this video, you're gonna see a car that is ready to go to the track. At the beginning of this video, it was nowhere close. Anyway, let's get into the video. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I'm Boosted John and today we are going to be taking the first major step to prepping my 98 EK hatchback with a H2B swap for its first track event. First track event will be Honda Meet at Gingerman Raceway in South Haven, Michigan on July 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's my birthday weekend. With that said, you might be asking yourself, well, like, what does this thing really need to do that? What do I really need to do? Because it seems like a pretty complete package. Well, right off the bat, it's on drag coilovers, and that's what we're gonna focus on today. Drag coilovers are not the most ideal for the track because they have a very stiff spring rate in the rear, which some people might like for track. You probably don't want that. I mean, maybe. And with that said, we're gonna be getting rid of the drag coilovers that are on this car. Kinda. We're not necessarily getting rid of them, but we're taking them off of this car and putting them onto my EG. My EG is my drag car. This is gonna be my track car. My EG has track coilovers. This car has drag coilovers. So we're gonna just literally be swapping the coilovers today. Now that sounds pretty straightforward, but considering that I only have 4 jack stands and I only have 1 jack and I only have 2 hands, this is gonna be kind of a time-consuming pain in the ass. I'm gonna have to get both left sides jacked up and off the ground and on jack stands. I'm gonna have to swap the suspension, then put the car in the ground and do the same thing on the other side. So it's just gonna be annoying, tedious, and a little bit time consuming, but it is kind of stressing me out that I haven't gotten this done yet, and Honda Meet is literally less than 2 weeks away. So I gotta get this shit done, and today is the day. It is a Tuesday. I just got off of work, worked a full 8-hour day, and here we are. Last thing I'd like to say before we get into the video is shameless plug. If you guys want to support the hustle, I bust my ass for this. Link in the description down below to the merch website is www.blownmotorclub.com. We have the OG B Series merch design available right now, and we have the original Blown Motor Club design available right now. So again, if you'd like to support the hustle, it's the best way to do so. And thank you guys so much for all of the recent support on the recent videos. You guys have been absolutely crushing it on the view count. So thank you guys so much. With that said, let's get these cars on jack stands and let's start pulling them apart. You may be asking yourself, dude, did you just take the wheels from the EG and put them by the EK? What are you doing? What are you doing there? Well, those are track tires. Those are RT660s. EG is a drag car. That's a track car. I need those tires for the track. Is this setup change gonna be permanent? No. Short-term permanent? Yes. Long-term permanent? No. I've got my eyes on a set of wheels for the EK. I think they're gonna look absolutely freaking awesome. So that's the move for the EK, but for now, this is just how it needs to be. I'm on the GoPro right now. If you notice a significant drop in audio quality, that's why. But I just figure I'm gonna be running back and forth between the 2 cars. Makes the most sense. I'm gonna literally just put you guys in my mouth, quite literally. I'm gonna just bite the GoPro and run back and forth between the 2 cars, taking shit apart. So here we go. All right, onto the EG. So that escalated quickly. The axle stretched out and popped out of its little cup. So now I gotta take it apart and re-put it back together and then put this all back together. guess for you it was only a couple seconds, but for me, it's been a couple days. I know now I look kind of greasy. I am. It's just been a long work week, and I've been driving the EK quite a bit this week. And putting some miles on the suspension. Obviously, the suspension has miles on it already coming off of the EG, but I'm just getting used to it. I'm just feeling it out, seeing what I like, seeing what I don't like. And as of right now, there is pretty much nothing that I don't like about the suspension setup. Now, obviously it's gonna need an alignment, like that's all out of whack. But what I will say is that given the alignment, these coilovers feel awesome on this car. Like seriously awesome. The rear springs used to be like 18K or something like that. These are so much more pleasant. I don't know what the spring rate is. I don't have it memorized. I got these coilovers a while ago for the EG. I'm just running them and God, they're so much better. Every bump I hit is so much more smooth. Like just for streetability alone, they're so much better. But I think that obviously with handling like on track, it's gonna be way better as well. So guys, the coilovers are on, and at this point in time, I'm talking to you right now, today is 1 week, literally 1 week from Honda Meet, Grid Life Honda Meet, whatever. I don't have a ticket. This car needs brakes. It needs stock seat belts to meet regulations. It needs a new clutch master cylinder. It needs tires. It needs a brake bleed. Like it needs new brake fluid. This car needs so much work in the next week, and I'm going out of town this weekend to go be with my family for the 4th of July. So when I get back, I'm gonna have 3 days, literally 3 days to get this car ready. So I have a ton of work ahead of me. I'm obviously bringing you guys along with me for that ride. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be fun, guys. Really quick for those of you that are new here, this is my 1998 Honda Civic EK Hatchback. It's got a 2000 front end conversion, H2B swap. It's H22A, full bolt on. Makes 205 horsepower to the wheels. It's a little bit down in power, street tuned like 8 years ago. And today, the first thing that we're starting off with is going to be the clutch master and clutch slave cylinders. Then we're gonna do some Hawk HP Plus and HBS brake pads, front and rear. Then we gotta do some stock seat belts, and we have to figure out tires, all in this video. It's a lot, and I only have a week. So I'm gonna get started on that clutch master and clutch slave. Those have to come out, they're leaking. I'll show you guys that right now. You can see right down here in the driver footwell, if you look at the clutch master, there's grease just like seeping out of it. That's no good. Probably not disengaging the clutch all the way. And so therefore, you know, we're grinding gears once in a while. If I hit like a really hard shift, gears grind, so not good. We're gonna get that swapped out right now on my lunch break. Let's go.
So we got some seatbelts.
Nice.
We got stock seatbelts, driver and passenger.
Awesome.
All hardware in place and stuff.
Beautiful.
Got the little caps. Got to be pretty fancy.
Oh wow. Wow.
But yeah, all good to go.
I hope there's a way to mount them. Are there buckles in there?
I don't.
Are they still in the car?
Possibly. We can go check.
Okay. Can I grab those, or are those? Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. I need the buckles too.
Hang on. If you wouldn't have did that, it wouldn't have happened.
Ooh. What up, man? I know you.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How you doing? I'm looking good.
Thanks. Nice car, buddy.
Thanks. Yeah.
How you liking it?
It's great.
It's awesome.
Dude, this is sick. Well, okay, so it's been awesome until today. I was doing my clutch master and my clutch slave while I was at lunch break today. And you know, I'm just out there like back of the shop wrenching, and then I go to replace a slave, and I look down there, and I'm like, holy shit, the trans is separating from the block. You see that gap?
Yeah, I see the big
Dude,
gap.
I can literally see the road through it.
Oh, wow.
So
How'd that happen?
I guess the bolt just backed out. And so like with this H2B swap, I just was talking to Andy about it. The trans bolt, you know, bolts to this adapter plate.
Yeah.
And then the adapter plate has these Allen bolts that bolt to the block. You can't tighten the Allen bolt with the trans on. And I gotta be at Honda Meet in 1 week from today. So I gotta drop the trans, bolt the plate back on all the way, and then put the trans back on.
You got this. You can do it.
I know I can do it. I'm gonna do it. It just sucks. Rudd's Racing for your complimentary car washes, every service.
You have to spend $10,000 on a PPG trans to get this.
So we're home from Rudd's. We got the seat belts, and we now have another issue on our hands that we did not expect. I thought of a solution on the way home that is pretty obvious, and some people aren't gonna like what I'm about to do. I'm gonna do it because, frankly, I think it's pretty ridiculous to have to drop the transmission every time those bolts come loose. And you know, it seems like it's something that is common with these H2B swaps. That's what DJ was saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my tungsten carbide bit that I have for my die grinder. I'm just gonna remove a little bit of the trans case bell housing, just right at the bolt head so I can fit an Allen in there. I don't have to remove too much. So it's just gonna be a tiny little modification to the bell housing, but it's gonna make my life so much easier. So that's what we're doing. So the shaving of the transmission really doesn't look too bad. I don't even think you guys can see it from where you're at. No, it's really like invisible, honestly. It's just around that one bolt, which is right there. I guess I did nick the adapter plate a little bit, but I tightened it down as much as I could. There's still a little gap, which kind of sucks, but if I go any tighter, that bolt's gonna strip. So I'm done with that for now. I will be keeping an 8mm Allen with me in this car pretty much forever. On to the next task, which is gonna be seat belts and brakes and bleeding the brakes and tires. All right guys, day 2 of working on the track car, trying to get it ready for Honda Meet on my lunch break at work. Today we are installing brake pads. Today we're doing some Hawk HP Pluses up front and some Hawk HP S's out back. And we got these thrown on, just doing pads. We're reusing the shims, so just gonna lube these up, put them in, and go burnish them. So let's get it done. If any of you guys know what these little nubs are supposed to do and why they're there, and if this is correct, let me know. Caliper's like resting on those little nubs. All right guys, we've got 11 minutes left on lunch break. This is just enough time to take it out, burnish these brakes, and come back and clock back in. So forgot to roll for the brake burnishing, but I basically just went really fast, hit the brakes at medium force a bunch of times. I just followed the instructions on the package of the pads. So anyway, heading back to work, and I think the next time that we will work on this car in this video, we'll be doing seat belts and tires, and then we just have alignment and brake bleed, and then we're good. All right guys, we're back at Rudd's Racing. Today at my lunch break, I bled the brakes. I put new brake fluid in there. I put some like .5 brake fluid. I couldn't get my hands on any like racing brake fluid for right now, but it'll be fine. I'm not gonna be like going beast mode. Like it's my first time really on track, so I'm not expecting to seriously cook the brakes too hard. So we want some .5 from just like, I don't know, whatever the AutoZone brand is. And today we're out of Rudd's Racing. and we're gonna be welding on a little bracket to my seat rail somewhere right about here so that I can run a stock seat belt. We'll have it mounted pretty low so that way the buckle can come through the loop, you know, and I'll run the belt through this loop. So that way I'm running it as safely as possible for running a fixed seat with stock seat belts. I'm not allowed to run harnesses at Honda meet with a fixed back seat. Well, I guess you run it with fixed back, but I can't run it with a harness bar. You have to have a welded cage if you want to run harnesses at Honda meet. So I'm gonna go back to stock seat belt in the meantime, and that's what we're here to do today. I could just scoot the seat forward a tad once I'm on track, but honestly, like, that's fine. The way the buckle is, I think it's still gonna be super taut against my body. I think we're fine. That's a W in my book. Now we just gotta go ahead and bolt in this good old friggin' thing. God, it's so hot. It's not even that hot, it's just so humid. I'm hungry. I wanna go home. Mom. Damn, so now I'm at a slight dilemma. It's like, I really should do the passenger side too, because I'm gonna have to remove the harness bar, and once I do that, I'm gonna have no harness for the passenger side, and so therefore I will not be able to take a passenger in this car, period, because there will be no restraint system on the passenger side. There will be no harness, and there will be no stock seat belt because I will not have made a tab. God, I'm really hungry and I'm tired and I want to go home, and everything is telling me not to do it. But at the same time, if I don't do it, like, I don't know when I'll be able to put a passenger in this car again. Only because I don't know when I'm gonna get new seats. I don't know when I'm gonna have seat brackets that have a stock seat belt mounting point. You know, I don't know when any of that's gonna happen. Damn it, dude, I really don't wanna do it. I have to unbolt the freaking harnesses. Could just cut them. That's so lazy. I think I'm gonna be done with this project for now, and I think we're gonna be looking to get some new seats and seat brackets for this thing pretty soon. I mean, that'll have to just be the way to go, because what I did I'm not even super happy with, and so I don't necessarily want to replicate it and be unhappy with both of them. You know, I'd rather just, like, I don't know, I'm making excuses, but I don't really feel like doing it right now, and I don't think it's necessary. I can't even take a ride along with me at Honda meet because I'm in the beginner group, so they don't allow ride along. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up, head home, and we have one thing left to do in this video, and it's probably the thing that you guys are the most excited to see, and that is find some new wheels and tires. I know I've just been saying I need tires this whole video, but honestly, the best route is going to be to find a used set of wheels that still has good tread left on them. I have a couple of leads. I have Mark offered to sell me a set of RPF 1s, but he's not sure if he wants to sell them yet, so I have to talk to him, see if he wants to sell them. If he does, I'm going to consider that option, but I also found someone on Facebook Marketplace that's selling a set of Koenig dial-ins, I believe. It's the exact, like, size and offset that I need, I think. So I might go check those out as well. I also have to bolt this thing in. I don't really know how. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But anyway, that's huge. Really happy about that we got the buckle in there. I can figure out how to bolt those in whenever. I have all the hardware, so it's not a rush on that. Let's get packed up and let's head home. Guys, we're on the last little leg of this journey of getting the EK ready for the racetrack. We are on the last final step here. I think it's the final step here. I'm on my way out to Mark's shop right now to pick up a new set of wheels and tires for the EK. I guess it's not new, but new to me. It's a used set of RPF 1s that Mark has had on his EG for the longest time. He told me to sell them to me. You know, it's a good price for a set of wheels and tires, especially for some, you know, track-oriented tires and some track-oriented wheels. This is not gonna be the final wheel and tire setup for this car. Mark knows that. I'm just throwing these on for this event, and then I do have a set of wheels in mind that I really wanna get for this car. I think they're gonna look awesome, and I think you guys are gonna like the set that I get too. But for now, for this event, we are going to be running some RPF ones from Mark. I was kind of just looking for like a whatever wheel, you know, like whatever I could find with some decent tires. I was just trying to find something, looking to spend, you know, as little as possible. But I think for the price that I'm buying them from Mark, I'm going to be able to get my money back out of them, even if I sold the wheels by themselves, probably. So I'm totally cool with it. It's basically like think of it as like a placeholder. Like I'm paying Mark, but I'm gonna sell these like very soon, get my money back, and honestly, the RPF one looks good. So I'm pretty excited that I'm not just throwing like a whatever wheel on there. I'm pretty excited to see what this thing looks like on some cool wheels. So here's the car. These are the RPF ones. These are 195/50 015s, and they are ATRK Sports. What is the brand? What are these? Achilles, yeah. Cool. All right. You said, yeah, so they're 140 treadwear. Cool. So, yeah, 140. Cool. So these, I think they're going to be great, honestly. Like your EK is a lot. This car is a lot lower than mine. Yeah. So, yeah. Like, I think they're going to be fine. It's going to be good. Fitment-wise, they're going to be great. I'm about to throw the wheels on the EK. It's just off frame right behind you guys. Every YouTuber does the thing, you know, like jack the car up, take the wheel off, put the new wheel on, put it on the ground. Jack the car up, put the new wheel on, take the old wheel off, put the new wheel on, put it on the ground. It's so boring. Why can't we just skip to the good stuff? Well, back at home, about to take the EG out for a little night cruise to go get some dinner, but the EK is ready. The EK is good to go. I'm super stoked on how the RPF ones look. The fitment is a little bit rough right now, as stated before, but that will only get better with time because once we get back from Honda Meet, I have so many cosmetic changes I want to make to this car, and we're gonna kind of shift our attention towards that for a little while because, you know, these headlights are ugly, like, there's just a few things. The interior is really ugly. There's a few things I want to change. So I'm going to take some time after Honda Meet and make this car look really good. But for now, it is purely function over form, and we are good to go. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday is when I leave for Honda Meet. So really kind of cut it down to the last minute here, but that's how we roll here, I guess. I'm super excited to take this thing out on track and feel it out and just have some fun, dude. I'm not really like pushing or anything. I'm not trying to set the world's best lap time yet. Maybe someday, but right now we're just having fun. So I'm excited to get out there and do that. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to support the hustle, link in the description down below to the Boosted John merch. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's www.blownmotorclub.com. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for supporting. The best way that you can support other than buying merch is by definitely clicking that like button, clicking that subscribe button. And thank you guys again so much. So I will see you guys in the next one when we take this car to the track to rip it. Pasha's coming out to film. It's gonna be a banger. Thank you guys again. I've said it like 5 times, but as I always say, boys, let's remember to plan, commit, execute, and attain our goals. Bye. Dude, it's so good. What the fuck? But like, dude, I'm so mad at these RPFs. RPF ones look so good because I didn't want to run RPF ones, but they look so fucking good on this car, dude. Damn it. I'm pissed.